The day was supposed to be a quiet, intimate one for Mark Consuelos and Cherish. The pair was secretly getting ready for some life-changing news, but they were appearing on Kelly Ripa's show. A terminal diagnosis was conveyed to Mark by his doctors following weeks of medical evaluation, according to sources close to the family. The mood transformed the second those words were delivered. Mark was asked to remain silent despite his well-known charisma and unwavering enthusiasm both on and off camera. The realization of the seriousness of the situation brought tears to his eyes. A profession built on charm, self-control, and perseverance, this man has been captivating crowds for decades. The hardest and most intimate fight of his life was about to begin. Mark is more than just a TV personality or ex-soap opera star to Kelly. He is not just the father of their 3 children, but also her confidant and companion. As the doctor conveyed the prognosis, witnesses said she clutched his hand tightly and began to cry uncontrollably. Even during the most dramatic times on live television, Kelly Ripa exudes strength, intelligence, composure, and steadiness in public. However, her pain was too great to hide on this particular day. As she struggled to accept the future apart from the man she had loved for almost 30 years, she sobbed uncontrollably. According to her friends, she kept whispering, "We will battle this together," refusing to give in to despair despite the heavy mood in the room. When it comes to their children, the Consuelo family has always prioritized privacy. However, the significance of the truth could no longer be concealed. The entertainment business was in a state of panic when news of Mark's diagnosis broke. Messages of love and support poured in from fans all over the world on social media. Directors, close associates, and former co-stars all offered heartfelt comments, telling Mark to stay strong and reminding him of all the lives he had touched with his compassion and work. Mark has found this outpouring of support to be deeply moving, motivating, and mixed feelings all at once. He feels loved and cared for, which makes him happy. Additionally, it serves as a sobering reminder that his time may be more limited than he had imagined. The breadth and depth of Mark's impressive career are both noteworthy. The world needs to empathize with the man who has given so much. In private, the Consuelos home has transformed into a haven of peace and reflection, where priceless memories are made. According to Mark's friends, he cherishes every moment spent with Kelly and their children, whether it's sharing a laugh, eating a family dinner, or talking late into the night. Evidently, Mark has started penning heartfelt letters to his kids, messages that will serve as a legacy for them once he's gone. To be there for him during all of his appointments, treatments, and the uncertain days to come, Kelly has cut back on her work obligations. This is a spiritual and emotional journey characterized by courage, vulnerability, and unwavering commitment. It is not only a medical battle. Insiders say that Mark has expressed a genuine desire to utilize his remaining time to inspire others to live with compassion and purpose, even if he has not made an official public declaration about it. "If my path can inspire someone else to fight, to love more sincerely, to live more totally, then I've done something worthwhile," he allegedly told a close colleague. Despite the grim outlook, Mark's strongest supporters maintain his determination will not be broken. The ever-resilient Kelly has promised to be by his side every step of the way as he faces this challenge. One thing is certain while we wait for more updates. Mark Consuelos is beloved, esteemed, and revered outside of the television arena. Millions will be inspired in the next months by his courage and Kelly's unfaltering devotion. If this story has touched you, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to be updated on Mark Consuelos and other important stories. Write your words of encouragement and congratulations to Mark and Kelly in the space provided. The days following the disclosure were surreal, a strange combination of personal tragedy and public scrutiny. Despite its history as a bustling center of activity, the Consuelo home is now a peaceful haven. A constant refrain of, "We will fight this together," emanated from friends and family, providing a solace amidst the deluge of outside voices. Kelly described returning to the live stage as one of her most challenging life experiences. Thanks to her decades of experience, her smile was perfectly poised when the lights went up. However, her co-host and business partner had vanished. It was handled by her without delay. She spoke in a deep, steady voice. Many of you are aware that she immediately started staring at the camera. "I am confronted with a medical problem. Though we are still processing, we want you to know that the love you have shown us has been a beacon of hope in this dark place." She remained vague. She was unnecessary too. The clapping from the audience was soft and sympathetic. She embodied strength for that 1 hour. Everyone was aware. Her coworkers, however, noticed a tiny shake in her hand as she clutched her coffee mug and a gradual fading of the radiance in her eyes. Meanwhile, Mark was thrust into a position he had never been before. The patient, a guy who had based his career on strict regimentation, early rises, rigorous exercise, and an overly demanding schedule, was now confined to a life of monotony and doubt. An enormous amount of support was shown. He and Kelly would enjoy the evening's peace and quiet while he scrolled through messages. Those in the Midwest were praying. Those who had been fans of All My Children were writing sincere letters. And even those media sources that typically dealt in rumors showed respect. It's strange, Mark thought to himself one night, his voice hoarse. You spend your whole life trying to build something, and you only find out what it's worth when the walls start to crack. Putting her head on his shoulder, Kelly rested hers. They're holding firm, Mark. What they're really doing is shining a light through the kids. Protests were led by young adults, rather than children. Michael, ever mindful of his parents' right to privacy, assumed control of scheduling and information flow management with the mindset of a producer. Even though Lola's music had always brought happiness, her melodies were suddenly filling the house with a calming balm. Coming home from college, we, the youngest, brought his boundless energy and much-needed diversion with us. Mark was sketching instead of writing letters when Kelly saw him at his desk one afternoon. As an extension of the outreach initiatives he had always supported, he was now planning a modest community center. She said, I thought you were writing to the kids, as she embraced him from behind and put her arms around his neck. I am, he said, tapping the architectural drawing. That one is for them. While the letters themselves are important, I also want to leave them with a lasting legacy through their actions. His gaze shifted to her, unclouded. Hey, you mentioned that we might get into an argument. I am fighting this battle, not merely the therapies. His desire to live a life of compassion and meaning was coming to fruition. A solemn farewell trip was not the point. A surge of creation was the subject of it. He started calling and mobilizing his network in search of cooperation rather than compassion. As a lifelong advocate for underprivileged youth access to education, he wished to create a new fund to that end. These were the times when the new reality's bittersweet quality hit him the hardest. What made the need to create this legacy all the more pressing was the fact that it posed a direct threat to his time. Unbeknownst to him, he was pressed against an invisible clock. Kelly joined him in this new venture as his partner. Like she had done for the past 3 decades, she turned her sorrow into action. Although viewers saw her serene on TV, the private in addition to spearheading fundraising efforts for his new charity, Kelly tirelessly researched his condition and fiercely advocated for his treatment. According to her acquaintance, she was a fierce fighter. There were 2 fronts in her struggle, though. The physical and the spiritual. A new delicate rhythm emerged for the family as the weeks stretched into months. Illness seemed like a distant shadow on bright days when there was laughing and planning. The burden of reality reinforced itself on bad days when exhaustion and agony were too much to bear. On such days, Kelly would do little more than hold his hand. She committed to accompanying him at every turn. In a heartbreaking turn of events, the beloved television couple, Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa, have been hit with devastating news. Doctors have confirmed that Mark Consuelos has been diagnosed with cancer, leaving both their fans and the public in shock. The news came as a total surprise, as the couple has always been known for their vibrant, upbeat personalities on and off screen. As the news broke, Kelly Ripa, who is a longtime partner of Mark both in life and on the set of their popular talk show, was seen visibly distraught. During a recent broadcast, Kelly couldn't hold back her tears as she shared the devastating update with their loyal viewers. Her emotional outpouring resonated with many who have been touched by their enduring love and positivity over the years. Mark, who is known for his tough yet caring demeanor, has always been a source of strength for Kelly. Together, they have built a strong family and a powerhouse presence in the entertainment industry. However, this diagnosis marks an uncertain time in their lives, and fans are rallying behind them with messages of support and love.